All right, guys. Just wanted to clean up some understandings, make sure that we're all on the same page, and not use the class time to go ahead and do that. As you can see, trying the microphone out, so hopefully you can hear this in both ears. And here we go. Oh, let me adjust this just a little bit. All right, what are the objectives? Introduce the French Revolution, the States General, Jacques Necker, deficit spending. We've talked a lot about that. The Tennis Court Oath, the Bastille, Declaration of the Rights of Man, Great Fear, Women's March on Versailles, Constitution, Church under state control, factions, emigres, sans-culottes, Jacobins, bonus, Girondins, Robespierre, and the Reign of Terror. The other thing that we want to do is we want to look at the changing role of government. So is it Machiavellian? Is it social contract according to Locke and Rousseau? And or is it Napoleon? The other thing is I'm going to try to throw in a word of the day and let you guess the word of the day for your bell ringer tomorrow. All right, so just to kind of recap, a couple of political cartoons that we've talked about. We have the third estate. The first estate is the clergy, and the nobles is the second estate. Notice that both of these are riding on the old fella in the ancien regime or ancient regime. Unfortunately, as time goes on, the artists are noticing that there is something that is about to be happening. Notice the broken chains going clink, 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 and the men reaching for the gun. This is a fella from the third estate. This is going to be a member of the bourgeoisie. Notice the fancy pants, the culottes, and then noble or an aristocrat here, and the clergy here. So as you can see, even the newspapers, the primary source documents of the time, are starting to take notice of the third or tiers as tat. So here's the Bastille in the background. Here's the soldiers. Like the political tensions and the rigid hostilities between the factions and the estates are coming to the rise. So the next thing to be aware of, the tennis court oath, what does it lead us to? It leads us to the song sung by Lord. Here's the class clown. Here's the beauty queen. Let's go down to the tennis court and talk it out. Like, yeah, so these members of the third estate want to be from the National Assembly or form the National Assembly. They're not going to stop until they get a constitution. So as we look at this thing, we see members of the clergy, we see bourgeoisie, we see the president. Okay, notice everybody has on these fancy culotte pants for the most part. Not a lot of folk in here that are going to be representing the working class people. So just want to keep that in mind. The next thing that we want to talk about is we didn't start the fire. The Bastille actually was burned down after it was raided, and it becomes a symbol of the French. It is on, let me double check the date here. I want to say it's the 14th of, shoot. Apologies, 14th of July. For some reason, August was stuck in my head. August is obviously prior to that, but Bastille Day has been celebrated all throughout history, starting in 1789 as a key moment in the revolution. So then, after we get Bastille and we get things settled down, what we get in 1791 to 1792, after the Declaration of the Rights of Man, is that we have a great fear. So let's touch on the Declaration of Rights of Man just shortly. We're going to develop the tricolor. The tricolor we'll talk about in just a moment. We have liberty, equality, and fraternity. That's the motto of the French Revolution. So those people that are there are needing liberty, fraternity, and equality. The next thing that we get is the tricolor. It's a button that's worn by Marquis de Lafayette and his men as they take over the Paris Commune. What it eventually becomes is the colors of the flag, and the tricolor is the French flag today. And so the National Assembly acts. What are they doing? They're trying to get equality for all citizens. That's that August date that was stuck in my head, August 4th. They vote to end feudalism, which is kind of a big deal. So the people should be happy at this point. The problem was that absolutism had already taken away those privileges from the nobles, and if you really think about it, when the people revolted, they had taken those rights away from the nobles as well. But the nobles seemed to be on board, or at least the ones that stayed. So what was proclaimed by the Declaration of the Rights of Man? We have all men are free and equal. They have natural rights. liberty, property, security, and resistance to equal right to office based on merits, free religion, and a sliding scale of taxes based on who can afford it. All of this stuff should be, guys, in your um, notes that we took, 578 to 584. I'm just trying to recap it here for you. So then, why did the women march on Versailles? Well, A, they're still hungry, and B, the king is not listening to the people. So the women march to Versailles and they demand that the king and his family come back to the Palace of the Tuileries. You may note this is a wonderful travel place today. The Palace of the Tuileries and the Garden of the Tuileries is home to the Louvre Museum, as we talked about with the Mona Lisa. And the basic thing is they wanted bread. And who did they blame for their problems? Mainly Marie Antoinette. This is where we get the let them eat cake propaganda. A lot of things come out of this. They're creating some trouble. So the king and queen are now prisoners in their own palace in the middle of Paris. The next step for the National Assembly, they still don't have any money. So what do? Confiscate the church lands. They've taken the lands from the nobles, and now they're taking the lands from the church. As I'm sure you can imagine, religion tends to outweigh that of government allegiance, and so they alienated many peasants out in the countryside. And what type of government do they establish in the 1791 Constitution? It is a limited monarchy. What did the Constitution do for France? It created a legislative body. They redistricted the provinces, and they removed the church from the state. So separation of church and state occurs in France in 1791, which, as you can imagine, in a devoutly Catholic country, angered quite a bit of people. So then what happens to Louis XVI? He tries to run away. Oddly enough, he stops at one of the most famous restaurants in Paris at the time to have a meal, even though he's disguised. He's recognized because his picture is on all the money. So they run him down at the border and they bring him back. At this point, people are saying maybe the king is not quite the person to be leading our revolution and leading our changes. So the radicals are now going to start to kind of edge their way in as they take the king back. With this occurring, the radicals are going to kind of solidify their power. We have several different groups. We'll talk about them shortly. And then the monarchs of Europe are going to be very, very concerned about this. Okay, so let's talk about this. Here's the Marquis de Lafayette on a 3-cent U.S. postage stamp. And then here's the Great Fear. So what's occurring in Paris and with the National Assembly is very different than what's occurring out in the countryside. This individual here is leading the cavalry up the hill. This could be comparable to the Marquis de Lafayette. He's in control of the Paris militia, and he's a veteran of the American Revolution. He's kind of a hero on both fronts. So that's his role there. The next part of it, though, is that he's a moderate. And as we talk about, the requests of the failing government can't be met. These people out in the countryside are still hungry. They don't have bread, as evidenced by the Women's March on Versailles, and the National Assembly can't provide that in a timely fashion. So revolutionaries gain power and seem united with the Declaration of the Rights of Man and Liberty and Equality and Fraternity and so on and so forth, but their unity is challenged by quarreling factions. What are these factions? You have the emigres. Those are the conservatives. Those are going to be your nobles and your second estate members who are going to leave France. They're going to flee. Emigre means to immigrate or leave your country. Sans-culottes. Those are your radical workers. Notice they're wearing the not so fancy pants over here. Those radical workers are going to essentially run the countryside, run the country, kind of from a bully pulpit, and they decide that rather than a constitutional monarchy, they would like a republic. They get joined in the National Assembly by the Jacobins. So this creates a little bit of a majority, which is going to push the Jacobins into a place of power. And those guys are the bourgeoisie. So the sans-culottes are the workers, radicals. Jacobins are radicals, but bourgeoisie, so the wealthy, the lawyers, the people who join the sans-culottes in their fights for a republic. Once the moderates gain the leadership, they fail to satisfy these radicals right here, and they continue to fight. running a little short on time here. So power is gained by radical factions and a strong man emerges. Maximilien Robespierre, he's dubbed the Incorruptible. When I presented this, some of this got cut off here, so I apologize for that. Go ahead and hit the exit right here. As you can see, it's lined up here perfectly. That creates a period of terror, and eventually the moderates are going to gain power, and this is called the Directory. If you need to pause this, go ahead and do so. When we're looking at the Reign of Terror, the image of the Reign of Terror is these hillbillies running the guillotine right here. There's some fun facts from the Reign of Terror. The September Massacre is kind of what kicks it off. There's 1,200 individuals that are killed throughout the countryside. Those are going to be your noble type folks. They're going to be fleeing this type of killing in the Great Fear and in the September Massacre. And so because of this kind of tumultuous turmoil and the philosophy of Robespierre and the Jacobins, the Committee of Public Safety is formed. It's formed out of Girondins and Jacobins, but because the radicals are more radical and more willing to go the extra distance, they come to control of the committee. The Enlightenment ideas get run amok, as John Green tells us on Crash Course. Essentially, the committee starts to reorder the days of the week. They reorder the calendar. They change the months. They eliminate anything that has anything to do with the church. So they get rid of regular holidays, church holidays. Instead of Notre Dame Cathedral, they call it the Temple of Reason. Christmas becomes a nationalist celebration rather than celebration of Christ. And essentially, anybody who is not attending these festivals and a show of nationalism is going to be subject to being guillotined. There's a list of people that get guillotined every day. So for about a year, there are 17,000 people who get guillotined, and eventually the terror takes over, and even Robespierre cannot escape. So the great leaders that emerge are actually in the military. So these are young men who are coming up with new ways to use very patriotic soldiers. The one thing that the Committee on the Public Safety does is they create a draft, or a list as it's called, and they're putting down rebellion at home, and they're fighting wars abroad because the rulers of Europe have declared war on the revolutionaries, trying to shut down revolution before it spreads to their country. So eventually the terror runs amok, as we talked about. The Directory takes over. It becomes kind of a oligarchical dictatorship, and so the revolution ends, we think. However, the Directory reaches out to a young man named Napoleon, and there will be a second video on Edpuzzle that will kind of give you a rundown on Napoleon, and that'll get us set up to have some time for our Genius Project on Friday. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please bring those to class, and everything that is in the gold and purple, please get in your notes.